Oh. I want to talk about Bethesda's assault rifle for Fallout, and why everybody who hates this gun is wrong. So this is the M199 assault rifle. It was prominent in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. People hate this gun. Like, hate this gun. Like, really hate this gun. And I honestly don't know why. I really don't. One group says they don't understand how it would work, which I don't get at all. It looks like it would work perfectly fine. Rounds are fed through the magazine horizontally here. There's the ejection port in line with the magazine. Charging handle pulls back, which would pull the charging handle internally, which would load rounds. Assuming there's some gas-operated system, that makes a lot of sense. But people claim, oh, I can't physically see how that one would work, so I don't like it. Meanwhile, the first 10mm pistol in Fallout is a mag-fed revolver. That doesn't make any sense, and should make anyone who knows anything about guns recoil. But we don't. We love it. And the entire pipe rifle family, for that matter, would explode if you put anything larger than a .22 through it. And then let's not even get started on the railway rifle, which is just a bunch of pipes that you literally take a handful of railway ties and just cram in there, and then suddenly it fires. Or the junk jet. Like, these are guns that are loved by the Fallout community and make zero sense. This one at least somewhat makes a little bit of sense. The other thing I see a lot when people complain about this gun is they claim that, oh, I don't like it because I'm a gun nut, or I'm a gun nerd, or as a gun nerd this makes me recoil, or shut up. Saying you're a gun nerd does not make you an authority figure. Also, it doesn't take a gun nerd to know that this is clearly a mashup between a Lewis and Maxim gun with some more modern LMG parts thrown in, with other wackiness, right? So they took two guns from the visual kind of period of Fallout that it's based on, and they mashed them together with other sci-fi bits. That is extraordinarily Fallout, in every way, shape, and form. Definitely more than some of the other guns that are just like a retro M16 or a Chinese AK-47. Like, how is that visually distinct or interesting based on the hypothetical world of Fallout? Video games have done that forever, and it does not mean this gun is bad. In fact, it makes it one of the coolest guns in that game because it perfectly encapsulates that visual style. You first find the gun, it is fairly underpowered, it's not automatic, it's single fire, and it's got a low magazine reserve. And people are like, what? This thing looks like it should be more powerful than it is, and it isn't. And so that obviously made a lot of people frustrated. That being said, if you fully upgrade this thing in either of the games, it becomes a force to be reckoned with. Now again, this was canonically meant to be held by someone with power armor. Hence the idea that the air-cooled jacket of the Lewis gun is now a water-cooled jacket with this whole steam pipe system in here and across the aluminum fins that run throughout to cool the system. Now that would be extraordinarily heavy for any normal person to carry, but for someone in power armor, that wouldn't be a problem at all. So Bethesda did mess up a little bit of how it's used and what its purpose is for. And clearly they just pulled it from something else they were working on, which, you know, is very Bethesda. But it's not the gun's fault at all. This was clearly meant to be something very powerful and very cool, and it can be made that way within the game. At the end of the day, if you're facing down a horde of ghouls and you're given, you know, a 10mm submachine gun, a pipe rifle with a low caliber, maybe automatic, Or one of these guys with a drum mag, 60 rounds and 5.56 ammunition. We all know what you're picking. You're picking this thing. And so anyone who dunks on this weapon jumped on a bandwagon of people who are hating on this weapon. And so they think it's some cool opinion to think this isn't a cool gun. This isn't a fun gun to use in the game. This isn't a very interesting and fitting design for the Fallout universe. They are sheep. They are followers with no real opinions of their own. Unless they legitimately don't like them. I don't know. But regardless, no, everyone can have their own opinion. But I don't understand the irrational level of hatred this thing gets, because there are infinitely stupider guns within Fallout that are loved. There are ones that make way less sense that, again, get more love. And while its purpose within the game initially was broken, you can make it the way it was supposed to be. And I think it is a very fun gun to use in game. Actually getting to hold it, too, is a lot of fun. I love what they've done with it in the show. It does feel very big and powerful to hold, and I'm very happy. That's why I built it. I'm so proud of this thing. Because no one was making it because everyone dunks on it. Would you prefer this in your retro sci-fi post-apocalyptic video game? Or just another gun that looks like a M16? If you want that, go play Call of Duty. Go play Battlefield. I want to shoot robots and zombies and mutants. I'm picking up the big goofy gun and I'm getting in my T60 and I'm going to go do it. Because this fits the visual style of Fallout more than those guns did. Hands down. If anyone's interested in the 3D printing files for this, I made them myself. They are available. I will post a link to do so. I also have the files for the combat rifle. But, yeah, no, I never understood the hate this thing gets. And I will fight and argue for it until the day I die. And if you were to ever actually hold this thing like I get to, you would change your mind. You really would. You would not go, this is an ugly gun, ew. You'd be, you know, you'd want to fucking pick it up and use it. That's my hot take. Don't be a sheep. Be honest with yourself. That this is a very cool gun and very Fallout. See you all in the wasteland.